That's right. It's the morning show right here on KVVB TV, Channel 33, Facebook Live, Periscope TV, YouTube Live, and LinkedIn Live. We're happy to have each and every one of you with us. On today's show, this is one of the very few shows that we actually say it might just pay you. Yes, that's right. If you pay attention to our there'll be like a third segment a little bit later on in the show, and we will be talking about an auto settlement. Yes, an auto settlement, and how you can see if you qualify for this settlement, possibly being even like $100. Like, is that enough of a tease to keep you for the entire show? I certainly hope so. So we'll be talking about that a little bit later. Also, around the corner, Applebee's very own Bill Norby will be spending some time with us, letting us know the latest drink of the week. Also, with some stuff happening around the corner, see if there's some pretty good deals that they have over there. I can tell you one thing: 25 cents buffalo wings is amazing. We got Mr. Jesse Sanchez over there. Good morning, Jesse.
Good morning.
So recently, we just went to the 25 cent. Sorry, your beanie just, I didn't see you earlier. I was, I just, I feel like, yeah, I feel, I feel like I think Montana, I don't like, it's a very common thing to wear, right? Like, kind of be like, I'm
I
from
think so.
Montana.
Little flaps.
Yeah, right. Okay. So, but seriously though, and not seriously at the same time, have you tried the 25 cent buffalo wings, Jesse?
No, I have. What day is that? Like Tuesdays, Thursdays?
Every day. Limited time, actually. 25 cent boneless
Oh,
wings. Yes, dine in only, obviously. So here's the deal with it. We finally went and participated. Shout out to Tim Harris, who actually invited us. And so, so Tim gets like, well, we both did. So you can get them in increments of, I want to say 5. You have to order them 5 at a time. So that's a $1.25, right? So they bring in the 5, and then remember like the special deals when they have unlimited shrimp, right? Except this isn't unlimited boneless wings. So they do 5 at a time. You like do that, and you're done. Well, I Tim was able to do that as the meal, so he did just like 3 like refills, and then boom, he was done. And I was like, that was the most
wow.
inexpensive meal I've ever seen at Applebee's. And so, yeah, I mean, you got to pay like 25 cents for the 35 cents for the blue cheese and or the ranch, but it adds up, and I mean it's still a great deal. So there you go. Okay, we got to take a break. We got stories coming up right after these messages. Stay tuned. We'll be right back right after this. Aw, I like that music. Why didn't you leave it? Oh, I know, because I said let's bring it back. Because I want to say shout out to you guys. That's right. Sometimes we don't get to talk as much during the show because we're so busy trying to figure out story from story. But you know what? This is the show where we talk about the news stories you're interested in. We haven't done that in quite some time, right? All right, so here's a couple to kind of keep you like intrigued. We'll share like big top stories happening right now, but this is the part that you can like choose. Like your choose your own adventure. Did you ever do that when you were younger, Jesse?
Yes, I love those books.
Okay, so similar but not quite the same idea. Some people have done that with Instagram, by the way, where they like choose what, like with polls, and they'll be like, choose my day, and then they go, do I go this way or that way? And then people vote on that. It's smart. We should do that one day, Brenda. Yeah, we should do that. Although I can see Brenda like going to all our friends, can you please tell him I want him to do this? One guy, he did that. He's like, should I clean up my room or not clean up my room? So it's just like, but anyway. Okay, so here are the stories, some of that you may want to hear. Let us know on Facebook or on Periscope or on LinkedIn which ones you want to hear about. YouTube Live, you guys are slacking over there. 10-minute hack could make you feel as if you had extra 44 minutes of sleep. How do you do it? How do you get this 10-minute hack in? Make 44 minutes of sleep. Family of cockroaches found living inside man's ear. I mean, come on.
We have 50 seconds.
You want to know about this. You're like, what did he do in order to be like, get those cockroaches being like, hey, free Airbnb here? Man has hamster flown over to join family holiday. Secrets out. He actually got his own seat. This one, you can hire in-flight nannies to look after your kids on long-haul journeys. Huh, that's pretty good. Netflix, you won't be able to watch Netflix on some devices, and we could tell you about that. A brewery featuring shelter dogs on beer cans. That's pretty good. Oh, I like this one. Do you know what a turducken is? Turducken?
Y- yes, I wish I didn't know. 10 seconds.
But but doesn't it? It sounds like like not no not turd
It sounds
again,
cool.
not not turd again. It's like like all you can.
2
Remember
seconds.
Street Fighter? Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show right here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. Also joining our live TV audience over there at KVVB TV, Channel 33, Facebook Live, Periscope TV, LinkedIn Live, and YouTube Live. Yes, one of the very few shows that actually broadcasts on all social media platforms that has video. We appreciate each and every one of you. Today's show, we are going to at least give you the opportunity to learn how you might possibly be able to participate in $100 plus settlement. Yes, for each person that actually gets in on this. It's an auto parts situation. No, it's not auto parts. It's auto. It's auto. It's got to do with auto, and so we'll find the details later on. I just know it deals with the settlement auto, and we'll find out. And I'll learn with you. See if maybe I don't know. Maybe we qualify. Huh? Maybe we could get $100 each from this. So you know how these settlements are, where they're class action suits, but you don't know about them unless you happen to be like one of the few that they send an email to or a message to, and then some of those emails you can't trust. But this one you can. So you might want to pay attention to that. That's going to come up later on in the show. Definitely a reason to participate on this show. Many already are doing so on the Breakfast Club in social media. Big shout out to those tuning in. It's Rolly TV on Periscope TV. Catherine Begley just joined us on Periscope. G. Scott, Katie, Sir, and Trepanese also on Facebook. We got Casey, Stephanie, Taz, just to mention a few over there. Bobby Stamps is saying good morning, and he's already like ready to go for. He's like, and Thanksgiving to all, and he used like pretty much every emoji that's like yummy. Okay, so we got Mr. Jesse Sanchez over there, ready for the winter. Looks like, by the way. Good morning, Jesse.
Good morning. It's cold here in the morning.
I believe it. I believe it. It's like a cinder box in there. I get it. Trust me. But okay, so lots of stories actually kicking it up here. Let me go to the first ones that you're going to hear a lot about today. One of them is Airbnb wants to check all listings. Yes, that's right. Airbnb plans to verify all 7 million of its listings following a report about scammers taking advantage of renters. In an email seen by Vice, the CEO of the home sharing startup said that the year-long project will verify homes and quality standards with those that meet our high expectations clearly labeled. Now, Airbnb said it would ban party houses and open a 24/7 neighbor hotline. Smart. They just had something that happened last week. Not sure if you saw it. It was a terrible disaster that happened at one of these party houses and ended up a few people dead because of a shooting. Terrible situation. Obviously, they're like, how can we prevent this from happening in the future? According to this, Airbnb expected to go public next year. They've been wearing out their welcome, though, recently, with nearly 70% of Jersey City, New Jersey residents voting to restrict the company there. Now, I don't know what you guys think in social media, but this is what Sherry says Airbnb moves forward with listing verification to strengthen personal security to ensure properties. Sachin says he agrees, great idea. And Andrew Bennett says the battle will continue. Pay attention as this model penetrates the multifamily market with master leases to apartment owners stabilized today. And Subodh says that some startups came to be considered as reckless upstarts that help one group of people but hurt another group. For example, Airbnb, e-scooters, Uber, Lyft, they're all getting pushbacks from voters. This was not the case in the early days of the IT revolution. No pushback against personal computers, VCRs, CDs, DVDs, smartphones, Netflix. They did drive some businesses out, but most consumers accepted them happily. So that's one consumer speaking of their idea on that. But you know what? Look, if you've ever stayed at an Airbnb, I will say this: it's actually really nice. I've stayed at a couple Airbnbs and uh, great experiences. Haven't heard of any bad ones personally, although I know of ones that they have had theirs. And you got to admit, like in any service-oriented situation, you've got a variety of people. It's not the Airbnb, it's the people that rent and do that, right? But they have like things already set up so that if you're the owner and if somebody trashes your place, they have certain check and balances there. But this latest situation again really calls into question, well, exactly who is renting these out? And these party houses, where I mean, you can imagine like you have a nice big house, like, oh, I don't know, a mansion. What do you think they're going to do in your place, right? So you got to be careful. And there's been a lot of stories on that. I say, you know what, Airbnb and all of these, I mean, they're making life easier in a lot of ways, but there's always the few that ruin it for the majority, right? Am I wrong on this? I don't know. I could be. But let us know what you think in Facebook land, Periscope land. Do you agree, disagree? And we could have a healthy discussion on this. Have any of you actually stayed at an Airbnb, or on the flip side of that, been able to make some additional income by offering your house as an Airbnb? I know many that have done so, and they're able to help pay for their mortgages. Some have even saved from going into foreclosure doing this. So I look, I can't knock that. Again, there are safety things that need to be in place, though, and I do like the neighbor thing, except you know that one's going to get out of hand because they've done that in the past where some go like, oh, we don't know if these people are robbing it, and they're like, they're the visitors, right? So I don't know. I don't know if there's a full solution there. I think, you know what I would do? No, that would be like, I guess not. I would put cameras in there. Actually, there were a couple Airbnbs that we were at. They're like, look, the outside's patrolled by a camera, the outside's patrolled by a camera. You know, the living room, you know, public areas controlled by a camera. But I don't know. So there you go. Maybe that'll be the thing. And only, but then I would be like, man, would you have a camera in every room? Right? So I don't know. But there you go. Not sure if we have a suggestion or for them, but maybe you do, and maybe you'd like to let them know. All right, this happened as well. Two former Twitter employees have been accused by the Justice Department of using their roles to provide Saudi Arabia with information about American citizens and Saudi descendants. So, according to this, the charge reflects the first time federal prosecutors have publicly accused the Kingdom of running agents in the United States. It also raises a fresh set of concerns about the ability of U.S. tech companies to protect private data against abuse from foreign governments. Twitter said it restricts access to sensitive information to trained and vetted employees. What say you, Jesse?
Uh, that's kind of creepy
Yeah,
that
right. I
these
know. You're like,
people have this kind of accessibility to our information.
yeah, and you're kind of like, well, how are you using that over there, right? So I don't know. This is going to be an interesting thing as we're seeing this. Michael O'Kane in social media says the Twitter spying arrest won't go over well in the boardroom. The government of Saudi Arabia is a major shareholder of Twitter, albeit acting through a nominee. I think this is going to be a situation where there's going to be looking at, again, talking about boards and investments and where is all this information going to. Again, Twitter in some hot water over there. So we'll probably be seeing a lot more from this. So be careful over there. But I still love Twitter. We show our show on Twitter, Periscope, and it gets shared around the world because Twitter is a worldwide company, right? I mean, well, for those of areas that like ban and they don't see our stuff, like China, North Korea, because they have their own internal system, right? They have seriously, they do. They have their own apps, so we're excluded from there. But some actually can funnel in there if you know how to hack. But okay, so those are stories and trends that you're going to hear about today. What say you? Now I have to go to this because you guys are already talking about it in social media. Turducken. Turducken. At least that's how I'm spelling it or pronouncing it. Turducken. Do you know what a turducken is, Jesse?
Why, yes, of course I know what a turducken is.
Oh, is that how you're supposed to say it? Turducken? Oh, I thought it was turducken.
Tur-
It's like, yeah. Did you ever play Street Fighter and like with what was it? It was Ken and Ryu, and they were like, "Oh, you can." Remember that? Yeah. So, okay, for those of you that don't know and you're not in the know, here's your information. Pringles is releasing, what is it called again? Turducken?
Turdu- are they making a turducken flavor Pringle?
You're welcome. Yes, they are. The Pringles
Oh my!
Friendsgiving Feast Turducken Kit is back for the third year. Just might be tastier than ever. This time it comes with three kinds of bird flavored chips: turkey, duck, and chicken, along with cranberry sauce, stuffing, and pumpkin pie flavors that are all packed into the same tray. The meats can be stacked together, which is where the turducken stack comes into play to help recreate that flavor of the infamous Thanksgiving creation. So, what do you think about that? Pretty good, huh? Good idea? Bad idea?
Depends if you like turducken. Uh, I don't know.
I've
All
never had
depends on how you like
turducken.
your.
I didn't know this was a
No.
thing, to be honest. I thought I am among the minority, evidently, that didn't even know what turducken is. According to this, the Pringles Thanksgiving kit included only three flavors: turkey, stuffing, and pumpkin pie. I'm feeling a little nauseous just by reading that out loud. The year before that, the kit wasn't even available to the public. I don't know why I don't think that those should be mixed in with. I love, by the way, for the record, I love Pringles. I love the barbecue. I love the original. Oh, delicious. And I love the sour cream and chives. But every now and then they come out with one that like gives me heartburn, like the super spicy ones. And then this, I don't know that I could do this. But there you go. So Jesse, it's $15.99. If you want to go get it, you'll find them on the Kellogg's store website for $15.99. So there you go. I didn't even know Kellogg's like did Pringles, but now I know. So there's one bit of news, and then there is this Netflix. You Netflix a lot, right, Jesse?
Oh yes, of course.
I certainly do. Okay, so if you're a Netflix subscriber who relies on an older, we have these, oh no, Samsung TV or Roku streaming device, your days of watching Stranger Things could be numbered if you don't invest in some new equipment. What? On December 1st, certain older Samsung TVs and Roku streaming devices will lose access to the streamer due to technical limitations. See that right there? Air quotes. Technical limitations. I think this is called, you know what? We got a deal over there with Samsung to make you get a new device. If your device is affected, you've likely seen this error message and or received an email from Netflix warning you of the impending loss of compatibility. Unfortunately, for those of us trying to understand the situation, no one seems to understand what those technical limitations are, right? I mean, it's like, come on. It could be that they don't want to dedicate developer time and effort to writing software for devices that are no longer widely used. You know what? That's terrible. You know how much that Samsung TV was originally? Sure, they've come down to like 200, $300 now, but those ones were like thousands of dollars. You see why I say never go out and get the brand new thing? Just wait for it to like, this is terrible. It could be a conspiracy to sell new equipment. See, they agree with me on this article. It could be something entirely different, but the fact that none of the three companies is eager to provide exonerating details suggests that something less than consumer friendly is afoot. So, according to this, if your Roku cannot autoplay the next episode in a series, a key feature that keeps people watching passively, it will no longer be supported. Oh, we had that yesterday. We've been binge watching The Good Place. Have you seen that show, by the way, Jesse?
Yes, I love that show.
Great show. I cannot tell anybody like the end of season one. You just have to watch it. But everybody goes to the good place, so that you got to just watch it from there. But a Roku spokesperson said that the Roku 2050X, Roku 2100X, the Roku 2000C, the Roku HD player, the Roku SD player, the Roku XR player, Roku XD player are among the devices affected. It's unclear if this is a complete list. Samsung, they've been less specific. They said that some older Samsung smart TVs are affected by this change, and I'm upset because I have both devices. So I'm like, come on, Netflix, get with it. I loved you, but now I'm and I'm almost at the end of Good Place season 3, by the way. So I'm not sure you're going to keep me if you like. Seriously, I have both of these devices, Samsung and Roku. I'm really upset. I know Brenda's in my ear going, I'm going to cancel Netflix. See, okay, you guys, Netflix, you guys need to get in on this because I like my Netflix. Although been a little slow over there ever since Disney pulled all their titles. So, but all right, well, yeah. So there you go, people. I know you're all like, "What? I have that." I know, it's terrible, but we got good news coming up around the corner. Applebee's Bill Norby will bring it a nice breath of fresh air right here into our studio. So we'll be right back right after these messages. Stay tuned. Seriously, Netflix. Look, we're on a commercial break. So anything that goes and what I say right now, I have had a love relationship with Netflix until you guys could not. And I get it. Disney's like, and trust me, I get it. We're like ABC affiliate. I totally get it. They wanted to create their own thing. You're like, oh man, we were doing so good up until then because the Marvel did great. All the Marvel titles except for that one with the Iron Fist dude. I could have told you that was going to be a sleeper. All the rest of the titles were great. Now, and Stranger Things, good job over there. Good independent. You guys are doing some pretty good stuff there. I'm not going to lie. But this is uncool. This is totally uncool. Now, is this Samsung's fault, Roku's fault, or Netflix's fault? I don't know. What say you? What do you guys think about that? I think Brenda has some words over there.
Yeah, it's
I heard
time
they
to
were
cut
gonna bring.
Netflix.
Uh-oh.
I watched almost all of The Good Place, and I'm good. I already watched Once Upon a Time. I already watched.
Yeah, we got through all 7 seasons. Don't watch the 7th.
Yeah, don't watch the seventh on Once Upon a Time. I can see why they didn't bring it back.
Yeah.
But I'm good with just my movies. I'm good with, you know what, Amazon Prime. I'm good with that. So Amazon Prime's not affected on my TV, on my Samsung TV, which I have in every room thanks to Costco. So there you have it. All my opinions.
Yeah, and you know what? She's right. I mean, those are all of our TVs. That was the baddest news of today. But it's good to know because sometimes I'll get like little error messages. I always wonder what those are. Now I know, but that's a little upsetting, right? It's like, God, yeah. It's almost like they're making you, babe. It's like they're making you buy the new 65-inch television for $380 at Walmart.com that we talked about.
Yes, and I would
Oh, I
love
see
that
how
TV.
we're going with this.
Yeah, I would love that TV, but I'm sure the new updates will say that there's also a replacement of limitations on the technical device that we've just purchased.
Ooh, she threw shade down. She dropped the mic. Boom. All right. Well,
Right?
I don't know what to tell you, but there you go.
You got
Yeah.
30 seconds.
I know my mom would be upset because she does Netflix and she has Roku. She gets it all through Roku. So, yeah, we got a lot of Rokus. Now we got to see which Roku is on that device. Be like, oh, out, not out. Yeah, not cool, Netflix. Not cool. Yep.
10 seconds.
All right. Let's see. Hey, is Bill ready to go or no?
Yes, he's all ready to go.
All right, cool.
See you on the radio.
Yes, it's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. Joining our live TV audience over there at KVVB TV, Channel 33, Facebook Live, and Periscope TV, LinkedIn Live, and YouTube Live as well. We want to say a big thank you for spending time with us. Also, yes, we're all upset about Netflix and not being supported on some of our devices, which we happen to have both devices, Samsung and Roku. So we're a little upset over here. So we need some comfort food that I think Bill Norby can probably give us some suggestions on over there. Good morning. Welcome to the show, Bill.
Good morning, Aaron, and all the candy dealers. Yes, we have your comfort food down at Applebee's.
Speaking of which, by the way, Bill, I finally tried first of all, I'm a fan of the boneless wings, by the way. I always have been. One of my other business partners, Jesse Torres, and I, we go there, have the appetizer, like we just, right? But you have this special deal right now, and I just saw it in full effect. Somebody order like 3 platefuls of that. Can you just kind of get our mouth watered for this segment really quick?
Absolutely. It's a special limited time only. You might have seen the commercials on TV on all of your major sports. It was on the World Series. It's on the football. It's on just about everywhere. And we've extended it 1 week. It was supposed to expire this Sunday, but we're going to go one more week. So
Yes.
10 more weeks there of 25-cent boneless wings. That's right. You heard it right. 25-cent boneless wings. And yeah, we're just case after case is going out of this restaurant, and it is something else. I've never quite seen anything like it. So 25-cent boneless wings. Come on down and get a dozen or 50 or 100.
Yeah, I will say, I mean, you really do score on this because I had a friend who actually did this and he used that as his entire meal. Not that I suggest that, but he did I think he did a total of 15 or 20. And when you add up the price, you're just like, wow. So, I mean, the fact that you guys are extending it another week, I'm actually happy about. Also, by the way, just around the corner, there's a special thing happening this coming Monday. What's the Applebee's where you're at? What are you guys doing over there?
Yeah, it's Veterans Day. It is the busiest day of the Applebee's year. Only at Applebee's. There are other places that do something for veterans. We're the first and the best, and we are. It's our busiest day of the year. We give out free meals. We give over $8,000 worth of free meals on that day, and so if you're a veteran, uh, and you can come on down and get a free meal off our Veterans Day menu, and bring your family too.
There you go. I know a couple of veterans actually watch our show, so there you go. I know they've been saying, "Hey, we got to go," but what a great time to go, right? Okay, so quick question: the sports pick'em of the week. Who got it? Was it a close tie, a close one and second? What was the deal this week?
Yeah, we had three of our players got 11 of 13 correct. So we did have to go to the tiebreaker, which is the total points scored on Monday night. Dallas Cowboys did come back from an early deficit to have a relatively easy win against the New York Giants on Monday. And so we did go there, and the closest to the points, and our champion for week number 9, and a winner of a $25 gift certificate is Randy Dufflau. So, Randy, come on down and get your $25 gift certificate.
Good job, Randy. Speaking of sports, lots going on over there. Any surprise or upsets that we may have missed in the studio?
It was very interesting this last week 9, where only 2 visiting teams won their games. So out of the 13 games, 11 of them were the home teams. I don't know if that's not really an upset. In fact, there were not a whole lot of upsets. Dallas on Monday night was one of those that was a visitor and actually won that game. And then I think Houston went into Jacksonville and won that game. But otherwise, it was all home teams. So I guess that's not a whole lot of upsets this last week 9. And week 10 is already we're already handing out pick'em slips. Come on down, ask for your pick'em slip. It's completely free, and you could be the next winner of a $25 gift certificate.
Now, I'm going and I'm visiting Applebee's, by the way, Applebee's.com. I understand on Applebee's this coming Sunday and every Sunday up until I'm sure they probably discontinue it. Is yours participating on this? It's a free Applebee's delivery every Sunday, or is it only available in some select markets?
It's some select markets. I have not heard about that one for this Applebee's. We, of course, do on Sundays. Our big thing is we have the Sunday NFL tickets. So every single NFL game that plays, we will have on our one of our 13 TVs, and we do have our happy hour, which is half price appetizers and drink specials from 3 to 6 as you're watching the game. Come on down and enjoy that on Sundays.
Okay. Well, I will say I just clicked on it for where I'm at in this area, and it's not offered in my area. So you have to check. It's in select sections there. But you still have the curbside to go, which is really cool because that's like in and out, right? Just like order it on the app. Boom, boom, boom. Done.
Absolutely. And now we've got a lot of third-party deliveries. We're partnering up with DoorDash and Uber Eats. And so You can order online in a variety of different ways and have it delivered to you, or you can have curbside come in, park in one of our curbside spots, and we will come out and deliver the food right to your car. Don't have to get out of the car, and you can pay online or you can pay in the restaurant, and it's convenient. It's all about convenience, and we want to get you some delicious food to eat.
Speaking of delicious, any dessert? Because they asked us at the end, but we had really filled up on these boneless wings, and I was like, oh man, I should have saved some room. Any particular dessert you'd recommend for us? Like we had the lemon cedar chicken. Let me tell you what we had. So we had 2 plates of the lemon cedar. The 2 for what is it? 2 for 25, 2 for something like that. And so we did lemon cedar chicken. We did side salads, both, right? And then we ordered more boneless wings. We were like going to town, but by the time we got to the dessert section, we didn't know what to order.
Yeah, so my favorite is the triple chocolate meltdown, and that's a warm, rich, fudge-filled chocolate cake drizzled with hot fudge, and it's served with vanilla ice cream, and it is certainly big enough to share. In fact, most of the time I do see couples and even families sharing that triple chocolate meltdown because it's a pretty big dessert.
Oh, that looks delicious. Okay, well, you know what? Applebee's. I think it's in my. I think we're gonna do this again today. We just did this a couple days ago. Now we're gonna go back. I'm getting all excited for this because I want those boneless wings because it got extended. Okay, so Bill, thank you for making my day much happier. I was so upset earlier about Netflix not being available on Roku or Samsung devices. Did you hear about that?
I did not.
Depressing, right? Depressing, especially if you have a Samsung or Roku. So for the, I'm not advocating that you go drink, but you have a special drink of the of what is it of the month now, right?
Yeah, so our neighborhood drink of the month for November is our vodka cranberry pomegranate lemonade. There's a lot of flavors going on there, a lot of words to say. And it is $1, so you really can't beat that either. So you come in with your significant other, you get a big plate of wings and a couple of those drinks, and you're out for under $10. You really can't beat that. Hopefully that's not all you buy. Hopefully you go ahead and get a couple entrees, but it's a pretty good start to a date night.
Oh yeah, this is called a luncheon. It's called I'm Netflix sad. Okay, we're gonna take we have to take a break, but Bill, how can people find your particular Applebee's right there in your neck of the woods?
Yeah, we're located at 1585 East 6th Street, where Beaumont and Banning come together at the Highland Springs exit of the 10 freeway.
All right, Bill Nordby, everybody over there at Applebee's. Come by, say KMET Radio, get a special additional discount. Thank you very much, Bill, for spending time with us here on the morning show. See you next week.
All right, see you down at Applebee's.
Oh, you definitely will. All right, so and I do. I visit different Applebee's, and they're all like, "We've never heard of you." So again, if you go to any other national Applebee's and you mention KMET Radio, they will look at you and go, huh? But just turn on this episode and be like, look, this is, then they'll be like, oh, that's Bill Norby over there in Beaumont and Banning. So he's a different Applebee's. But you know what? Maybe we can make Bill like, the president of Applebee's. No, don't say that because then he'll lose his job because they'll be like he's after the president's job. Never mind. Okay, we'll take a quick break here on the morning show. We'll be right back with more right after these messages. Stay tuned. So you may have wondered, parking ticket. You're like, okay, I have a parking ticket, don't got the cash. How am I going to pay it off, right? Alaska has a pretty good idea for you, by the way. Jesse, have you owed any outstanding parking tickets over there?
Negative. I had one, but I paid it off.
Good. Smart, because then they go up, right? So I know a friend who needs a parking ticket. He has to get on it. We'll probably have to remind him just so his price doesn't go up. But Alaska University, I'll wait to share this story, but they're taking it to another level that I'm like, you know what? maybe we need to move to Alaska because California would never do this, by the way. So I don't know. We'll find out. I'll give you a hint.
Can we pay with blood?
Huh? Wait, what?
Can we pay with blood?
Better. You can pay with. I don't want to give it away, but it's a particular type of food that is sweet. No, you know what? You're like, okay. It could be crunchy or not. Wait. Riddle me this. What is both crunchy, sometimes not crunchy, tasty and sweet, unless it's made naturally without sugar and it's sugar free? See how you just like.
I have no idea.
It's okay. I don't think anybody. I don't even think the Riddler could get it out of that rhyme. What is it? Riddle. I'm terrible at riddles. I hate riddles. Riddles are like the bane of my existence. Although, what about this one? What gets wet and dries at the same time? Or is it what dries and gets wet at the same time? What am I?
A towel.
Yeah, pretty easy. Whatever.
10 seconds.
Speaking of which, Gotham. Have you guys seen Gotham, by the way? Oh, man. I think it's the final season already. I'm binge watching
2 seconds.
that on Netflix. That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET, 1490 AM, KVVB TV, Channel 33, Facebook Live, Periscope TV, LinkedIn Live, and YouTube Live. Yes, all social media platforms, which basically have some sort of video. We're on it. Big shout out to Bill Norby over there at Applebee's and every Applebee's across the nation. Again, those 25-cent boneless wings are really good. And they do offer free delivery in certain areas. All you have to do is go to applebees.com, see if your area is participating, and if they are, then you get free delivery on Sunday. How cool is that? So, but again, certain areas are available with that, others are not. So, around the corner, by the way, we're getting ready over here to see if we can qualify for $100 minimum amount, like that we can take part of this class action suit. So we'll get all the details around that. I don't want to offer any information on that because I only know very limited. So we're gonna get a special expert here with us around the corner. So we're staying tuned for that. So Jesse, you'll let me know when we're ready to go for that, right? Okay.
Yes,
so,
of course.
All right. So now I'm going to go over to this because everybody's on pins and needles, at least in our social media audience. They're wondering because I teased this. It's parking tickets. Now, Alaska, I think, is setting the bar pretty high. I think the rest of us need to catch up with this. I'm just saying. So Alaska University is actually unpaid parking fines. Anyone with unpaid parking fines at the University of Alaska Anchorage campus has the option to reduce or cover the cost of their tickets with, it's a food item, which I love. It's called PB&J. Yes, peanut butter and jelly. What? You're welcome. Yes, KTUU-TV reported the university would take donations for their annual payment tradition until November 8th to help combat student hunger. Officials say the food goes to students in need. See, I like this. This is how you do it. You help another team. You're like, yeah, we could take the money, but why don't we help each other out? University officials say each person could use peanut butter and jelly payments for 2 citations issued within the past 45 days. Officials say 2 16-ounce, 454-gram jars offer a $10 credit, 3 jars offer a $35 credit, and 5 jars offer a $60 credit. Officials say any unopened, commercially produced nut, butter, almond, cashew, peanut butter, or any flavor, jam, jelly, marmalade, or preserves could be accepted. How cool is that, Jesse?
It is awesome.
Now, here's my question, though. Which brand? Because I only like one type of brand. I don't like the other ones. So I'm wondering, if you go with the cheaper one, if everybody gets the cheaper one, do you cut costs that way? I don't know. But I like Skippy ever since, Skippy,
Yep.
Yeah, right. And crunchy peanut. Oh, I don't like the creamy. Creamy is like nasty for me, but it's because of the texture. All right, switching gears up though, it's that time. I've been talking about it all throughout the show. Why? Well, because you might be able to participate in this class action settlement. Yes, it's auto parts settlement. You can go to autopartsclass.com. And to break it down for us is consumer attorney Elizabeth Castillo. Good morning. Welcome to the show, Elizabeth.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you for sharing this information with me. I want to see if we qualify because I could use $100. Now, take me back. What happened, and how do we know if we even qualify for this? What's going on with the auto industry?
Sure. We filed a lawsuit in 2012 alleging that dozens and dozens of defendants conspired to fix prices, rig bids, and allocate markets for hundreds of automotive parts, and that consumers and businesses paid more for vehicles and replacement parts as a result. 7 years later, we've settled with 73 defendants for $1.2 billion, and we're sharing that money with American consumers and businesses.
Okay, so and this is all across the U.S., by the way, in select areas. Is it not available in some states, though?
This is a national class action. It's an indirect purchaser suit, which means that consumers and businesses would have had to purchase vehicles not directly from the manufacturer. So it affects people like you and me who purchase Fords, Hondas, Toyotas, and also replacement parts like air conditioning systems, windshield wipers. You can only file a claim if you reside in one of 30 states or the District of Columbia. These states have strong consumer protection statutes, and consumers and businesses that reside in those states would have eligible claims. Californians, your listeners, would be eligible.
Got it. Yeah, and we have, listeners across the nation and some international. So internationally, you can't participate, I don't believe. But those of you here in the United States, let's just throw up that map again. For our radio audience, you have to visit our Facebook and our Twitter audience as well online, or KMET 1490 AM. That's where it's at. Can we just bring that up? We got all the list there, the map of the participating places. I see Hawaii's on the list, Florida, California, Nevada, Arizona. So our neighboring states, and then poor Texas over there, and Alaska. They don't participate in this. It looks like, huh?
Right. So the majority of states, 30 states plus the District of Columbia, are participating. So that covers most of America. But yes, there are some states that are not participating.
Okay, so how can we find out if we qualify for payment? Because I'm still a little unsure how this goes. Is this like a certain amount, like certain years and then I had to have done something? How does this work?
Generally speaking, if you purchase a new vehicle or lease a new vehicle or purchase a replacement part for a qualifying vehicle from 1990 through 2019, you'll likely be eligible. You can visit www.autopartsclass.com to find out if your specific make, model year vehicle would be part of the class. And there's thousands of vehicles that are encompassed. So it's likely that your vehicle is affected given the 29-year class period.
Now, this was a 7-year journey, and from what I've seen, like whenever you go against big groups of things which have their own attorneys as well, what was that fight like for your entire firm over there?
You know, it was a very expensive case, very risky. It lasted 7 years. Defendants were big companies like Panasonic, Hitachi, Bosch. They were all very well represented by sophisticated counsel. So it was challenging, but it was also a very fun case. A lot of the defendants in this case pled guilty to price fixing. And so we knew we had to go after them to get money back for U.S. consumers and businesses. It's just not right for them to be violating U.S. antitrust laws, getting away with it, and forcing people to pay more out of pocket for, a $30,000 vehicle than they should have.
See, you know what? You're reminding me of a movie that I saw a while back. It was called A Civil Action starring John Travolta. Do you think you're like the female version of John Travolta or not? I'm just wondering.
I never saw that movie. What was John Travolta like?
Oh, he was
in
like,
that movie.
well, at first he was like, like, I got this, like he'd win all of the things, but then like his heart went out to others. He's like, we can win this, we can win this. I don't want to give away the ending. I think it was based on a true story, by the way. And so, or maybe not, maybe it was just, and William H. Macy was in it. Yeah, we all know his like family's in the cahoots over there. Robert Duvall was in that. So like, are you more of Robert Duvall, Tony, or John? I don't know. You got to see it, and then you got to come back and tell us, okay?
I think I need to.
Yeah.
There's a lot of characters here.
Yeah. Okay. So when's the deadline to file a claim?
Okay, so very important. You need to file a claim by Tuesday, December 31st, 2019. Do it before you go out to your New Year's Eve party. Actually, do it now.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
minutes.
I know you probably put your taxes off till the very end, but yeah, no, do it now. As soon as you see this, right? We'll put a link so that people know that they can go ahead and at least check it out. I know I posted other things where people like can at least find whether they have money owed to them. There's sites like that, and I've done it, and invariably I get people saying, "Oh, thanks, you just got me like a couple $1,000." So if anybody gets like this $100, we want to hear about it. Again, where can people go for more information?
Autopartsclass.com, or you can call toll-free 877-940-5043. I do want to mention that the minimum payout for eligible claims is $100 per claimant, so that's just free money waiting to be claimed.
So it could be more, is what you're telling me.
It could be more. $100 is the minimum payout.
You know what I like, because I've participated a lot, like with Verizon, against Verizon, AT&T, and even LinkedIn at one point, and they're always like pennies. You get like, you're like, is it even worth it? But this one, definitely, I mean, it'll pay for our oil change. We need to do the oil, which, I mean, how funny is that? Like, it could pay your car, like, you know what I mean? But okay, Elizabeth, really quick question before we let you go over there. You've been an attorney for quite some time, and you're a partner there at Cotchett, Pitter, and McCarthy. What are some of the cases that you usually handle, or if somebody has like a pending litigation, or I don't know how it works exactly, but they're thinking, oh man, if you could fight the big dogs over there, you could fight my situation.
Right. So I handle all antitrust class actions, and I only represent consumers. They can call me, they can email me, look me up, Elizabeth Castillo or eCastillo at cpmlegal.com. We are always trying to get money for consumers. I'm in the domestic airline case where we're suing United, Delta, American Southwest. We have settlements there. I'm in the capacitors case, resistors case. Another airline case involving Asian and Oceanic Airlines that's paying out right now. There are a lot of class actions and a lot of money to be distributed. So consumers should stay on top of this if they like free money, and I don't know who doesn't.
Right. Well, and sometimes the consumer feels alone. I know of times when I felt alone. There was a situation between a car dealer, which I don't want to mention only because I'm going to see them in a couple weeks at the auto place there. And actually, I already told one of the presidents that I had a situation. He was a little pie in his face. But I had a situation where the steering wheel fell off in the parking lot, and we took it to the shop, and then they said, no, this is because it's a used vehicle. They gave it back to us. We had to pay out of pocket. And then a year later, we got a recall notice on that very nut saying, worst case scenario, the steering wheel could fall off. And I thought, oh man, like what could we have done? Because we're like, well, if we take it to civil, it's only $500, and I didn't even think like anything because we didn't get in a car accident, thank God. But I'm like, so I wish I would have known you back then. Is my point.
And we should have sued them together and gotten a lot of money for everyone who bought your car model and like faced a steering wheel coming off while they were driving. That's horrible.
I'll message you. Yeah, it was terrible. I don't know if I can prove it anymore. But anyway, so again, for those wanting to check it out, Elizabeth Castillo, can you give us that information again once more?
Sure. Visit autopartsclass.com or call toll-free 1-877-940-5043, or even shoot an email at info@autopartsclass.com if you have any questions.
Will do. Thank you again, Attorney Elizabeth Castillo. Thank you for your time here on The Morning Show.
Thanks so much.
All right. So there you go. Yep. it's free money just there. I mean, technically, it's like you invested, but they went to fight for you. To even know they fought for you. Autopartsclass.com. What have you got to lose? Go check it out. Let us know if you end up being one that actually benefits from it. We like to hear these type of stories, right? It's good to be protected and have somebody going to bat for you, especially a law firm which you may never have heard of, but now you get to benefit from, right? And if you have any questions, well, you can you know where to find Elizabeth and the entire team over there. Okay, we're going to take another break. We're going to be right back right after these messages. By the way, go watch it with John Travolta. I don't know if my lady's seen that. It's a really good movie starring John Travolta. Okay, William H. Macy. By the way, for the record, William H. Macy, I think he told his wife, this is not a good idea. Smart, because he was in Civil, this one with Robert Duvall. I love Robert Duvall, by the way. I think she's more of a Robert Duvall character than a John Travolta. John Travolta was like, hey, I'm a big class attorney. And then I can't tell you the ending, so you got to go watch it. Okay, we'll take a break. We'll be right back right after this.
Gotta cry to keep from laughing. My eyes are playing tricks on me, 'cause I never thought I'd see you here again. Are you for real or are you acting? Claiming that I'm the best you had, and you want.
Yeah, for those of you wondering, Civil Action, it actually came out. Did you ever watch that, Jesse? Do you remember it?
I have never seen that movie.
It came out in 1998. Not sure if it's streaming on Netflix, but it was a tenacious lawyer takes on a case involving, that was Travolta's character, a major company responsible for causing several people to be diagnosed with leukemia due to the town's water supply being contaminated at the risk of bankrupting his firm and career. By the way, really good movie. And this was before Aaron Brockovich. So I know you're thinking, that sounds like an Aaron Brockovich. It was before that. And really good, actually. We watched it several times, turned on a couple people to that movie, and they all liked it. So
I'm
big
gonna have to give it a
recommendation.
watch.
Yeah. Well, and it reminds when you watch that, you realize what attorneys go through. You have to be big firm attorneys to go against these huge places. It's really a good movie. It really is. And his character kind of evolves. At the beginning, you're kind of like, ugh, he's one of these, know-it-all attorneys. But then he takes it on, and it's just it's an upward battle. Really good movie. Really good. All right. Switching gears up. Oh, speaking of which, speaking of attorneys, I think this is the week for attorneys. So we have another friend, dare I say, coming on most likely tomorrow. Sonia Chesan. I've been good friends with her for quite some time. She's another really she will go at it for the person, whatever she does there. And I've sent her a couple people as well, and she just does fantastic. Got great advice. We're going to have her on tomorrow's show. So if you have a question that you would like to pose to Sonia, she may answer it on the air live tomorrow. So if you don't want anybody to know your question, you can inbox me, say this is the question for Sonia Chesan. She's another attorney, and so maybe you've been wondering about something. Maybe she can give you advice. Sometimes people think they have a case, they don't have a case. Other people don't know if they have a case, and then they do have a case, right? So she's a great trial attorney, by the way. There are other attorneys that go to her to say, how can I win this?
10
and
seconds.
She's that good, by the way. Really good. She's my go-to.
5
Whenever I have a
seconds.
legal question, boom, Sonia. That's right. It's the morning show.
That's right. It's
Right
the
here on
morning show.
ABC News Radio, KMET, 1490 AM. Also joining our live TV audience over there at KVVB TV, Channel 33, Facebook Live, and Periscope TV. Yes, if you have been thinking maybe you are one of these, let me just go back over this. If you purchased or leased a new vehicle or purchased a qualified vehicle replacement part from someone other than the manufacturer of the part between 1990 and 2019, you may be eligible for a minimum $100 payment. Multiple settlements have been reached that resolve claims that manufacturers fixed the price of certain automotive parts. It may have caused individuals and businesses to pay more for certain new vehicles and replacement parts. The combined total settlement fund is over $1.2 billion. If you don't have the list, but you're listening here to the California one online on the radio, you automatically are at least eligible, depending on if you are qualify for this. So to receive a potential payment of $100 or more, you must submit a claim from form online or by mail by December 31st, basically the moment you hear this. But if you hear this after December 31st, 2019, too late, because we do keep these on archive. On Thursday, November 7th, which is today. Oh, yeah, that goes on. That's the information that I have here. But anyway, so yes, today we let you know. So there you go. You know what? Hey, it's good to let your friends and family know, right? Go ahead and share. Say, hey, by the way, go check this out. See if you qualify, right? I know I'm going to post it. And maybe, who knows, maybe one or two of you. I don't know if we qualify. I'm going to have to see what manufacturing. I did have a Honda, a Toyota, and actually I had two Hondas, one Toyota, no, two Toyotas. Yeah, Camry and a Corolla. I'm not going to tell you which one that fell off on, but now I'm kind of wondering, I think there's a statute of limitations on that stuff. But, well, thankfully nobody got hurt on that. And that was back in, I don't want to quote the year because then I'll get it wrong, but it was definitely well over 10, 15, maybe 10 to 12 years ago. But yeah. All right, so moving on there, we appreciate you. Let's go to some other news you can use, like this one. Let me keep scrolling up because that's kind of boring. Oh, hey, yeah, boring. No, let's go back. Sesame Street. Actually, that wasn't the one. I was going to share a Target. Sesame Street turning 50 this Sunday. Can you believe it? Did you grow up on Sesame Street, Jesse? He's still wondering if he did.
Wait,
Okay.
I used to watch it all the time.
Oh, you did? Okay. I was not hearing you. Who was your favorite character, by the way?
Snuffleupagus.
Snuffleupagus. Okay, so he was one of my favorite too. He was just like, and he was so shy, huh? He was just like, and then he'd kind of go back and forth. If you look at like Elephant, like I saw a film one time, so now I'm thinking Snuffleupagus had head trauma, or because elephants that do that sway back and forth a lot, they have like they get trauma. By the way, people don't know this, but yeah, there was a documentary I saw, and it was like a classic symptom of getting trauma. So I think Snuffleupagus, they may have traumatized him on Sesame Street. I'm just saying, he might have a class action suit. He might need to like go, talk to an attorney. All right, but switching gears up, well, we got to let you go, the majority of you. We appreciate you. But there you go. How was that? So what have we learned on today's show? We now know what is it called? Turdfurkey? What's it called? Turducken. I just have a hard time that it has turd at the beginning because you're like, I had so many questions when I saw that article. Okay, moving on. We'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same channel. I know we went to the toilet there. I don't know how I do it. But okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same channel. Make it a great day, everyone. Bye-bye. All right, we're still here for the rest of you. Yeah, I don't know. But that's what I thought when it was like turducken. What is it called again? Turducken? Oh, yeah, turducken. Yeah, that's right. It's like all you can with turkey in there, which it should be turkey dukin, but it's not. But whatever, kind of confusing. I'm still on the Netflix thing. I'm still upset. I think we need to go to Applebee's. We need to participate in the 25-cent boneless wings, even the dollar drink. I don't even drink, and I'm like, okay, I drink sometimes on the side, but like at home. But I'm just saying, well, they do have the you can like order it and then take it to go. Although, do they do that for the dollar drink? I don't know. But I do know this. By the way, there is a recall, really quick, on chicken. Yeah, chicken. More than 2 million pounds recalled may be contaminated with metal. This is according to the USDA. Simmons Prepared Foods, Inc. is recalling several of its ready-to-cook chicken products, which include chicken legs, wings, and whole chickens. Yeah, that's right. So if you've got one of these, you might want to say, I'm going to take it back, because the notice says the chicken was shipped to Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Georgia, Minnesota, Oklahoma, and Pennsylvania. Institutions can include restaurants, schools, hospitals, and distributors. The recall doesn't include chicken sold in stores. Whoa, what? So now I got to go to these places, and now, oh man, I hope Applebee's isn't on this list. I don't think they are. And if they were, they would know about this. But there you go. All right. Well, we're still going to go to Applebee's, guarantee. All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Make it a great day, whatever you do. Remember, life is worth living, so live it well. Bye-bye, everyone.